Loving the way I roll. Loving the way I roll. Loving the way I roll.
I want to discuss the shooting that happened last week in L.A., where there was a video that came out with Quando Rondo. In the video that went viral was one where Quando Rondo is seen talking to the police about what was going on, and they pulled his boy out the car, shot up and deceased, and you can see him going crazy now. Quando Rondo, a rapper, he deal with a lot of beef. Quando Rondo was also at the scene when King Vaughn was murdered. On another deal. So this a dude who, for whatever reason, he find himself in the mix a lot when something like this go down. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying this is fact. But his boy, a 23-year-old, his name was Lil Pop. And that was one of his boys. It seemed like from way back the way he talking about him on online. And his boy Pop was shot at a convenience store. So from what I gathered,
this is the first friend.
Nah, this ain't the. I don't know what happened the day before. Okay. The day before there was a. I didn't read up on the story following that because I wanted to see what happened here.
Got killed.
I did see that in the headline. This day they were at a convenience store near Beverly Grove. And it looked like his boy was gassing up the Escalade when a group of dudes pulled up on him and opened fire. Now police determined they pretty sure that Quando Rondo was supposed to be the one getting got here. When I look at these dudes, it looked like his boy Lil Pop was also dark skinned, about the same size as him. So I can imagine they might have thought
it was him.
Exactly. So police determined they believed that it was Quando Rondo was the target here. Now what happened afterwards? His homies that was on the scene threw bro in the Escalade and sped off on West Hollywood. It didn't say that in the insert, but I'm pretty sure they was headed to the hospital or something. They was speeding and the laws pulled them over because they was responding to the shooting and now was speeding the Escalade. So they pull over these guys while they boys in the car, and that's when the video that went viral is shot. Away from the scene, they were in the Escalade. Turns out they weren't shot in the Escalade. He was shot outside of it, gassing up the Escalade. And so, and it looked like after he had finished. So this shit crazy, bro. This is crazy. He had a hell of a reaction to seeing his man's body being taken out the car. Can you imagine that?
That's some shit you see in a movie for real.
That's what I was thinking.
That's some shit you see in a movie.
That's what I was thinking. But is it odd that I think this man, Quando Rondo, done been around one too many dead bodies for me?
I mean, I think only thing with this one is there's proof. Every other rapper say they got all these bodies or they been around dead bodies, they seen dead bodies.
He obviously
and we gotta take him for their word for real. We actually seen two instances where, you know what I'm saying, one was his homie, who a lot of people mad at how it went down, but his homie was right if you think about it. And then you got this one with the Vaughn situation, yeah.
Yeah, I heard some of the details about that. Well, I heard some of the details about that. Lil Tim got convicted on that shit too. I heard some of the details about that.
He doing jail time on it already?
I don't know if he doing jail time on it. You know how they just be letting
I thought he had went to jail and he was out on bond, but he ain't go to trial.
Yeah, that's typically what happened. They let people go right after they murk somebody. But yeah. Anyways, I didn't read all the way into the details of the King Vaughn situation, but you know, it looked like they was homies, and you know, matter of fact, he explained that situation in an interview with Angela Yee like a year ago, where he was saying like he didn't even know
that shit was all cap.
You think so?
He knew that shit. That shit was all cap, bro.
They was going back and forth before that point.
Ma'am.
I don't
that nigga, that boy, that was all cap, bro.
Yeah, I don't be listening to all the new cats, but King Vaughn had some hits.
A lot of you
he
not.
was going hard. The industry don't miss that, and he
saying.
was real deal too. He had the respect. So yeah, this is just a sad situation, bro.
For sure.
This is just a sad situation.
Yeah. You know he got to be Trump. You know what I think about when I see this? I think, and I could be wrong. It's just me looking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these rappers tell these stories about who they are. They all gangster and shit. And you could choose to believe or choose to not. Look at that as entertainment or whatever.
Right.
When I see Quando and hear him talk, I see a guy that isn't really like that, and is just selling a persona.
And
so
it's coming out.
When this shit like this happen, I gotta sit back and think about how it really affects him.
Yeah.
Knowing that he ain't the killer nigga, he the persona seller.
Yeah.
And now he actually seeing this stuff that he's selling happen in real life, like how
it's
fucking
coming
with him.
back to him. You know
Yo.
what? You remember when we was talking
crazy.
about a lot of dead rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the homie that Young Dolph? We was talking about Young Dolph, and I was saying, like, with all due respect, like, if you line some niggas up, and you told me one of them was gonna be gone to some gun violence, I'm saying I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Young Dolph. If you line niggas up, I might.
I mean, this happened a couple
like,
times though. This wasn't the first time. This was like time number 4.
Yeah.
When they finally
when
got
they
him.
actually got him.
They got him before. This just the time
he just
died.
didn't stay down.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, when you see this kind of stuff, I just later on, should it happen, Lord forbid, because I wouldn't wish that on nobody, right?
Right.
But later on, should it happen, I would hate for people to look at me and act like I didn't even see this coming. It's gonna be like, with all due respect, if he don't change his act, I've said the same thing about 6ix9ine too, though. If boys don't change up, it might be real consequences.
I don't think so for 6ix9ine.
Maybe that's a different situation.
It's a different situation.
I've said the same
I think he well
thing.
protected. I think he well protected.
He got to be to still be moving like.
You got to crash out to do something to 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Like literally crash out